In today's video, I'm going to be going around and seeing these players that I feel like haven't been living up to the hype so far, as some of them received contracts, some of them are no longer rookies, and I feel like these players should be doing much better than they are right now. So, the first player I'm going to be talking about who I feel like is not living up to the hype basically is D'Angelo Russell. Obviously, in his rookie year, he really didn't have the best season. Obviously, Kobe Bryant, all of that surrounding him. He played the six-man role. He got limited minutes. But right now, this team is basically on his shoulders. He can go out and get it. Go make the Lakers team his team over Brandon Ingram, Jordan Clarkson, and other players like that. But he really hasn't shown that he could be the next great Laker. He obviously at times can break out, but at other times just find some inconsistency. He can't be an all-around player. When he is an all-around player, he's unstoppable. Really, his shooting hasn't been the best over the course of his 2 seasons. But I feel like, nonetheless, he's going to be a great player, and hopefully he can just break out of it and have a great second half of the year. Another guy who signed a huge contract in the offseason because of his work last year, as well as his tremendous playoff series. Many of the series he played in the playoffs, he played tremendous. He obviously was a great figure, rebounding, scoring, and assisting. He was an all-around threat, had a great scoring ability. Not really a back-to-the-basket player, but still, he looked very well, and he definitely looked deserving of his contract. But so far in the season, he hasn't been living up to any of the hype so far, especially that huge contract. Obviously, Kent Bazemore is a very athletic player, not the best back-to-the-basket player. That's not his game. Neither is his really shooting game. He really is just a guy that can go one-on-one with a defender and shake him up, cross him up, and get to the rim. He really hasn't been shooting well, first off. He hasn't been doing what he did in the playoffs, which was the reason why the Hawks brought him to that huge contract agreement in the offseason. But he still is a tremendous player. He's a great defensive player. That hasn't really been slowing him down in this in the first half of the season here. He basically just can't back anyone down. As you guys can see, he's very aggressive off the dribble, and he basically needs an isolation type players, and hopefully he can figure it out with one of the best coaches in the NBA. Another guy going to, this is probably the biggest upset of them all, Rajon Rondo going to the Chicago Bulls. So Rondo played great in Sacramento. Obviously, one of his best careers passing the basketball, surrounding him with DeMarcus Cousins. That was a great fit, but he only went there to get his stock up because he knew he wanted that big contract in next year's offseason. He got it. He went to the Chicago Bulls, who brought in Dwayne Wade as well. They obviously had Jimmy Butler. He has so many bad reputations so far. He's gotten into multiple disagreements with Fred Hoiberg, which has caused him playing time. He sat out 5 games recently, and now is getting his minutes back up. But this dude can still grab your rebound, is one of the best passing point guards in the NBA, and his shooting really hasn't been there this year. One of his worst shooting seasons of all, but he's obviously not known for a shooter. He's a guy that can get inside, get rebounds, and he's passed the ball. That's why the Bulls brought him here. He really hasn't been great fit for the Bulls, but hopefully that can figure him out, because if he doesn't figure it out, who knows? The game has been changing to not a pass first point guard league, but also a league that people can shoot the 3, which Rondo cannot do. So Rondo better keep it up and obviously continue doing his work. So these are my top 3 players who haven't been living up to the hype so far. Obviously, there's much more. So tell me in the comment section what players you think haven't been living up to the hype. And thank you guys for watching. It's been TK Gamer Tommy. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.